Has been started. Okay. So
Okay, bro.
Shekhar, hope you have gone through the second one, and I'm just sharing my screen.
Okay.
You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, bro.
Okay. So today's, as per the schedule, today is day 2. Okay. And so today I'm about to cover the first programming, the first scripting thing I would like to say. Okay. The first and foremost thing, like today, we just go with the slide and just will be the practical as well. So the first foremost thing is like providers. Okay. So as discussed yesterday, like, you remembered, right, Shekhar? When we hit Terraform init, there are 3 things that needs to be happen, right? One is it automatically downloads the latest version of the provider if we did not mention it. Okay.
Yes.
The second
Yes.
one is it initializes the repositories or the whatever it may be. It will initializes everything with respect to .ts. Correct.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the third point is, if you are, let's say, like you have 2 files and you have hit Terraform init, and let's say you have added third file, and whenever you added any new file with extension .tf, we have to hit Terraform
Terraform.
init again.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the same matter was there here. Okay, so here supports multiple providers. We must specify the provider details which we want to launch. With the provider also, we have to add the tokens which will be used for authentication and blah blah blah. Okay, I'll be showing this in practical. Okay, and
Okay.
the next. So what today we'll be writing the first script in the Terraform. For that, like, we need a little bit basic of that scripting. The number one is like, as I would like to say you that as of now we have to know about what do you mean by resources. So what do you mean by resources? Let's say an example. See, if we write any services in AWS, let's say S3, EC2, or blah blah blah. Okay. So anything that you are about to write, it starts with a resource and the name of the service. Whenever in any scripting, I mean in any module, I mean to say in services, in Terraform, if you see resource and the name of this thing means it belongs to IAM. See, this is belongs to IAM. This is belongs to EC2 instance. This is belongs to S3 bucket. This is belongs to VPC. This is belongs to DB instance. This is the standard definition for writing a resource. Got it?
Yes,
Hello?
bro. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
bro.
So this is a simple definition for identifying which is resource and which is not a resource. Okay. So what happens? Let's say like you have written a file which is of some name. So whenever you hit Terraform init or all the steps which we discussed yesterday's class, what happens is like, when you hit this one, the Terraform will communicate, and then it initializes the providers, it downloads the latest providers, and it initializes all the repositories, and then it will deploy into the AWS console. This is like, I would like to say this is a simple architecture of a Terraform, I would like to say, for the provider one. So this is background, all these things will be happen. I repeat, when you hit Terraform init and all the commands for the .tf file, it initializes and do all the things, and it will deploy into the, what do you call this, the AWS console. Okay, so this is just a simple provider architecture, just for knowing purpose.
Bro,
Okay.
one doubt, bro.
Yes.
Here in this slide, whenever we go for Terraform apply, it will
Yeah.
initialize the deployment on the cloud provider.
Correct.
So by default, this from Terraform to all these cloud provider, AWS, Azure, GCP, by default, it will get connect, or else from our end, we need to establish an
Yes.
connection.
I'll showcase. That's the reason, like, I've not said about this one. Okay, I'll be saying this one, like the first and foremost thing, when it comes to the practical, in few minutes you'll get to know that. Okay, what are those things and what are not. Okay. Okay, if you're asking now, so then I can say that the first and foremost thing is, okay, I'll make it as a layman example. Okay, remember this one. It's a stupid example, but still maybe it will be a remembrance example. Okay, let's say like you want to go your you have see, you're on the road. Okay, you're on the road and you want to enter into your what do you call, kitchen.
Okay.
So what is the process that you will go into the kitchen?
We will see in which side the kitchen, and we'll see any door, if it is locked or not. If
Okay.
it is locked, we will take the key and then open the door and we'll get into inside.
And let's say there is only one door for entering into your house. There is no back door.
Okay.
So what we'll do at the time? First of all, we'll open the door and we'll go into the hall, and then it will go to the kitchen, correct?
Yes, so directly enter.
So think now kitchen is your service. Okay. So now first you have to communicate to the service. How you'll do it now? You cannot go it, right? First of all, you have to go inside the hall, correct?
Yes.
Then only you'll be entering into your kitchen, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So for entering into the hall, it means that, see, this is a stupid example for making understanding. That's it. So in technical example is like, first of all, we have to step into the cloud. After
Okay.
stepping into the cloud only, we can contact to any of the services from the cloud.
Yes.
For stepping into the cloud, we require two keys. One is access key and secret key.
Okay.
Okay. Once we
Okay.
have these two keys, then you're inside the cloud.
Okay.
That's it. For AWS, these two keys. For Azure, there will be 4 keys. For GCP,
Yeah.
there will be 2 keys.
Okay. Yes. For Azure, there will be 4 keys. Yes. Last week we discussed one task, no, bro.
Correct.
That I have resolved it. I have gone
Awesome.
through this Terraform Azure documentation. There I need to give 4 keys like client
Client
ID,
ID,
client
subscription
secret
ID,
ID, token ID, and subscription ID.
subscription ID. Yeah.
Whenever I gave those 4 in that skip, it is able to communicate and it went for deployment.
Exactly. See, that's the reason, like, see, now if you are in a, like, if you want to enter into our kitchen or if you want to enter into our bedroom, first of all, we have to enter into our hall and then we have to go to the other room. Similarly, if you want to communicate with any of the services in AWS, first we have to step into the cloud, AWS cloud. Then only we have to step into the, we can communicate to any of the services. So this is a stupid example, which I said so that everyone will be remembered. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Bro, in AWS, you said 2 keys, access and secret. In
correct.
Azure, I know those 4 keys. What about GCP, bro?
GCP also similar to 2 keys.
Like Azure?
No, like AWS. How we have access key and secret key. In GCP also, there will be like 2 keys.
These, okay. So naming is different?
Obviously, there will be slight
Okay.
difference, right? See how
Yes,
Azure
yes.
is there? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now coming to this slide, what happens is like, this is just for understanding. Yeah. This like now presently, as I said in the yesterday's class, like AWS provider version as of now in the market is 3.6. Okay, some change 3.683 something. Okay, when AWS started, when they have started a Terraform in the provider type of view, it was like this. I mean to say that AWS provider 1.0.
Okay.
And later on that it upgraded to the next versions. I'm just showcasing this slide only for your understanding, like how they have upgraded the provider versions. That's it. Nothing else is there in this particular 5th slide. Okay.
Oh, initially it was like that. Now it has changed.
Yeah,
like
just
this.
they have changed the versions. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And the next one is like this is like explicitly setting the provider version, how we will be writing the provider over here, and what are the details that we will be putting it over here. All these details will be explaining in short while. Okay. And like, see here we have to mention the version. If we are mentioning the version, then these are the details that we have to put it, or else you can put it directly over here, like what is the version that you have to put it. If you're not mentioning the version over here, it automatically takes the latest version which is provided by the AWS. So I'll be showcasing just in a few minutes. If putting the version, what happens, without putting the version, what happens. Okay. This is all the numbers, like, greater than 3, greater than 2, less than 2. If you do not know what is the number that needs to take, you can put it this way. Like depends upon your requirement. Like, it's not even requirement. It depends upon your need. Like, you guys have to put it. And there will be one clause, like I would like to say is like, in the real time, if you are starting with a version in dev environment, I'm stressing and just saying to you every time that maintain the same number until production. Okay. Let's say like we are using 3.6 in the dev environment while deploying into the dev environment, your code. Okay. And when you want to maybe after 7 months or 8 months, you'll be deploying into the production as well, right?
Yes, yes.
So yes, so that what the number that you guys are maintaining in dev environment, put the same number in the production environment as well. The reason for that one is, there might be slight, you see, if you take a thread and your hair, can you see any difference in between that? You got my question, right?
Yes, yes. Just for this, what do you
Maybe
call, like,
in the production, we should not lose even a single thing as well, right?
yes, yes.
It might,
Application
yeah,
synchronization kind of.
there
Yeah.
might be dependencies, but
Yes, sir.
see, 100 out of 99.99%, nothing will happen. But we do not want to give chance even for that 0.001% as well, right?
Yes, yes.
That's the reason, if you are maintaining a version in dev environment, whatever the version you started in dev environment, put the same version until production.
Okay.
Okay, and these are the numbers. And now, yeah, let's jump into the first scripting in Terraform. I just opened it. I'm connecting. I'm just opening Git Bash. Give me a moment. Okay, you can see my screen, right? You take this one.
Can you make it screen size zoom, bro? A bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
fine?
fine. Yes, fine, fine.
Okay. Copy, paste. Okay, now I just logged into the one of the EC2 instance which we created yesterday. Okay.
Okay.
So what's up? No, nothing is there. Let's create mkdir, and what's today date is 2nd December. Okay. Or else let me put this like day 2.
Okay.
Okay. The first and foremost thing. Okay. What should be the name of the file? Okay. As of now, as we are in the day 2 class, we'll be following the standard itself. You have asked one question yesterday, right? You have seen a file with different naming. How
Yes.
to consider that? That I'll be saying in down the line of the class.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm putting a standard form which we'll be using every time and every day and in even real time as well. Okay. Now I'm just opening this one. The first and foremost thing that we have to put it is PROVIDR. Hope you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, bro.
Okay. Here there are two things that you have to mention. Okay.
Okay.
One is region
and version.
Correct. So now my EC2 instance, okay, I hope you're aware in terms of a difference between a region and availability zone, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what I will do now is, I'm not mentioning the version number. Let's save it.
Okay.
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 I want to hit the Terraform init first. You just check it, what happens. See which version is taken automatically.
The latest version of cloud.
3.67.
Yes.
Now what I will do is, I'll put the version explicitly, okay?
Okay.
To know the difference for you.
Yes.
3. I'll put it as 5. Okay.
Okay.
Can you say me what is the issue?
Version 3.5 is not taking.
Can you say me what is the issue?
Okay.
See. Oh, sorry. I'm going to say. See, read it. What exactly the issue is? Terraform 0.13 and earlier allowed versions constraint inside the provider configuration block that been now deprecated. See, this 3.5 is not there, it seems.
Okay.
In the versions, let's put 3.0.
3.0.
What it is saying? Terraform 0.13 and layer alert provide. Okay. What exactly it is saying is, see, now we have installed which version of Terraform?
Terraform 1.0.
1.011. Yeah. For
Yes.
this version, this will be supported. Whatever the latest one, that will be supported actually. That's the main intention of that error message. If we want to access 3.0, it is saying that to downgrade your version 1.0 to 0.13.
Okay.
You got the point? So that's
Yes.
what it is saying actually. So let's do one more thing. Let's do one more thing, one more trial. Let me put in this way of adding the semantic, and let's check whether that is applicable or not. It is not taking we have to go with we have to downgrade the Terraform and to knowing that if you want our explicit any version. So hope you got the point, right? What exactly my intention is all about to say.
Yes, bro.
Okay.
So even in real time also, if we face the same error instance, it means we need to go for the earlier version of Terraform.
I'll say you later. Actually, to avoid these kind of issues, there is one method is there actually. If I say now, there will be a lot of questions for that one. Maybe I'm thinking like down the line, if I showcase those things, that will be useful. I feel I can show that one. What is that? Let's go to the registry, and here. So we have to write in this way. If we write in this way, it supports everything actually. So this will be explained later on. Okay. This way of writing in terms of provider has been started from 0.13 version. Before 0.13, there is no concept of using this one. Okay. Now let's get back to the work. Okay, fine. So what we will do it now? We will write a first EC2 instance script. Okay. Now let's go back to our documentation. As per the, see, I'm just showcasing you how to write a script, from where we have to do it and everything. See, please follow the same method what I'm doing now. Okay, just go here, select EC2, come to the resources over here. See, in EC2 there are many things. Okay, I'll be showcasing what are those things are later on. See, AWS instance. Okay. And this, what do you mean with data? This I'll be saying you later on. If I say this one, you'll be bad for sure. Okay, I'm copying this one. Okay, I'm pasted here and here. So what are the things that I've put it here?
AMI type and instance type. That if whatever the mandate fields we have filled here.
Correct. So what I'm saying is, so how we can take an AMI? So here, just go to the here and take the AMI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. For any OS.
Yeah, if you want
depends on
any, any OMIs, like you can
from
pick it
there.
up over here. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
So what are the fields that I've used it as of now?
Yeah, an instance is the resource, AMI and instance type are the fields.
Okay. So in technical language, this is an I'm mentioning the OS name, OS image.
Yes.
And this is a RAM.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll see first if we put these two things, what happens, and if we change later on, what happens, we'll see. Okay. I'm putting a tag at as first instance. You can put whatever the name you want. Okay. Okay. See, now I want to showcase something for you. See, let's say I'm using equal to over here, guys. Okay, I'm using like this. So how the script is looking for you now? it's like all the equal to's are zigzag, right?
Yes, yes.
So what I will do is now, what the command I have to do it now?
Terraform FMT.
Correct. See, now you check the script.
Okay.
Got the point?
Yes, yes.
What is the main intention of using FMT?
It will
Align
synchronize
in
the
proper
order.
order.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
aligned in
exactly,
proper order.
exactly. Okay, now let's initialize the first script. So what we have to do now? What's the first command?
Validate. Terraform validate.
Okay, next.
Terraform plan.
Why it is showcasing error? Say me, you missed something. You have to catch now. See, the issue is you have played with a provider, right? Shekhar, there? Hello? Hello? It is connected. Candidate is joining. Back. Seems to be there is some poker from his end. Hi Raja, there?
Yeah, bro. We can continue. Power cut suddenly.
That's okay. So now we got an error. You have see the reason of the error is like you have played with the provider, right? You have not initialized yet. Correct. So first we have to initialize it.
Bro, I'm unable. Yeah, I'm unable to see your screen actually.
Okay, let me share back again.
Yeah.
Can you see the screen now? I've shared again.
No, bro. It's just your image is displaying. Maybe in the network it's not fetching.
What exactly are you able to see from your end?
Only your image.
My image.
I'll do the. Yeah. I'll do one thing, bro. I'll try to connect through mobile. Anyhow, I'll get the recording right.
Yes. Okay. Can I make it fast?
Yeah, sure, bro.
Bro, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. What error message you're seeing on my screen now?
No credential providers, no valid providers.
Exactly. So what I said, if you want to enter into your kitchen, we have to first of all step into your house, right?
Yes, yes.
So now what we have to do now?
Have to provide those access key and secret key.
Exactly. First, we have to step it inside the cloud first. Okay. For
Yes.
providing those things, there are two ways to provide. One is you can provide over here, like under the provider, you can put access underscore secret underscore key is equal to key and here. But in the real world, it is not a good way of doing it. It's a security breach. Never ever put a credentials in a file. So to avoid that, what we have to do is just go here to your base machine, okay, and hit AWS configure. After hitting, it will ask to enter your access key. Got it?
Yes, yes.
So I'm entering my access key now. Just give me a moment. I'm entering my access key.
From where you are fetching the access key, bro? Can you show me that as well?
You say that you are aware with the AWS, right? Okay, that's okay. For getting those things, first of all, you have to create a user in IAM. Then you'll be able to get the IAM, your access key and secret key. So here you have to go. Okay, see here. Okay, let me create a user for you then. Okay, I'm putting it as Terraform -training. Okay, and hit these two buttons. Okay.
Okay.
See, this is for a programmatic access and this is for a AWS console access, guys. Okay.
Okay.
And hit permission. And here in the user, IAM user, hope you're aware, like you have to attach the policies. I'm just
Yes, yes.
grant full access.
Okay.
And here I'm using a tag called Terraform -training. Okay, I'm just reviewing it. I'm saying create user. Okay, when the moment you create it, see, you'll be having two things over here, right? See here.
Yes. Yeah.
What is this? This is the access
This
key.
is the access. Okay.
I'm just putting in my notepad.
Okay.
This is an access key. And what it is?
Secret access key.
Secret key, right?
Yes.
And what this password is for my console password. Okay.
Okay.
TRANING. That's it. And make sure that you have to show this again. If you hit this close button, you cannot get this back again. Okay. Point to be noted.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going for a sign out. Okay. I'm just going into the console. IAM user is mine is Terraform -training. Password, it has been generated, right?
Yes, yes.
It is asking to hit the old password and the new password, which is mine. See, I'm able to log in with the new IAM user, which I've granted access. Okay, so what we'll do now, the same thing is, just go back to here. It is asking access key, put it here, enter. Next, it is asking secret key, put it here, enter. And asking which region you want me to put. I'm just saying to hit this one, US-East-2. Okay.
Okay.
And what is the default output? Put it as nothing, enter. Okay, it's done. Now it has been configured. Okay. So
Okay.
now just hit plan now. See, you're able to see it, right?
Yes, we're able to see what changes it's gonna do.
Let me copy this in my notepad. Okay, I copied it. Okay, we can remove this one now. Okay, yeah. See here, this is most important actually. See here, what are the fields that given? See, this is one of the tip, Shaker here. The most important, you have to be concentrate on this one now. Okay. See here,
Okay.
while creating EC2 instance, what are the fields that we have given explicitly? I'm repeating the question again. While we are creating the EC2 instance, what are the fields that we have given explicitly? Shekhar, are you able to hear my voice?
Now I'm able to hear, bro.
I'm repeating the question for the third time. While creating the EC2 instance, what are the fields that we have given explicitly?
We have given OS type and RAM side.
That's it. Rest of things, nothing we have displayed it, right?
Yes, rest of the things defaults we have. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. See, now what was the AMI name? It is displaying over here. And what was the RAM that we declared, and it is displaying here. And the rest of the things, see, all as taken automatically because we have not explicitly mentioned.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So
yes.
in the real time, like if you want anything, see, you can put these many fields, you know, for creating the EC2 instance. You know, when you're, see, now you're starting stage of learning Terraform, right? They take this copy, okay, start putting each and everything and put the value and hit enter. You'll get to know.
Okay.
Got the point?
Mm.
See, let's say I'll showcase an example to you now. Okay, I'm copying this one. Okay. Copy. See, now here available to underscore zone, nothing is there, right? It is saying known after applied means default. So what I will do is I'll edit this now. I'll explicitly put the what do you call this one? I'm saying EC2-east-2A. I'm saying to deploy this EC2 instance in one of the availability zone. Okay, I'm saving it. Now what I'm doing, I'm hitting Terraform plan again.
Okay.
Can you see the difference over here?
Availability zone. Yes, bro.
You got it?
Yes.
If we are explicitly giving, then it will take it from that. If we are not giving from that file, it automatically picks up here. It says like it will take default. Similarly, you can take all the values over here with respect to your things.
Okay.
Got the point?
Yes, yes. And one more thing, now we have changed the configuration in main.tf.
Yes.
But we haven't given any Terraform refresh and Terraform init, so it's not required.
See, I already said you, if we are creating a new file,
okay,
then only it requires Terraform init.
Yes, additional file. Okay.
Exactly. If you are changing existing file, it's not required.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
See,
okay.
You got this point, right? See, now these many fields you can put it in your main.tf
for EC2 instance.
Exactly. See, this is one of the way. It's like a tip for you. Rather than checking into the documentation, what I personally recommend you is Shaker, after the class, okay, while you get the recording, or else like I'll give you right away the ping of all these things now right away in the chat. Okay, you explicitly put maximum of the content here.
Yes.
And try it.
Okay.
Okay, I pinged you in the chat.
Okay.
In WhatsApp. So you'll get to know. Now it automatically picks up. What if we give explicitly what happens? That we have to do the homework today. Okay.
Okay.
So now what's the next command that we have to do it?
Terraform apply.
Okay. So as I said yesterday, if we hit Terraform apply, it will ask for
Yes
you want
or
me to
no.
continue or not.
Yes. Yes.
To bypass that, we have to use this command.
Okay. Okay.
-- auto - approve.
Yes.
Okay, and hit enter. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
So it started creating it.
Yeah.
Ten seconds it took. Done. So it's created. Okay, it's created. Just go jump. We'll jump to the AWS EC2. See, what was the name that we put it?
First instance.
It's created, right?
Yes, it's initializing stage. It's created.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing I would like to mention you is just going back to the main script. One thing, see here, as I said, this is it's a documented, like, whenever you never ever change this value.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
Got
you
it.
change this one, Terraform will not understand. Okay. This
Okay.
is a documented resource for EC2 instance.
Okay.
Okay. And the second one, okay, so in technical Terraform language, we are calling it as this is a resource and this is a custom resource.
The
I
name we are
repeat,
giving to that resource.
exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Here the name of the resource, you can put Naveen, put Shekhar,
Okay.
put Raja, put
Okay.
Srikanth, no problem. You put
Okay.
it whatever you want. But point to be noted, in the real world, you have to put the meaningful example. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another most important thing. Now you're putting AWS on the underscore instance. This is a documented one.
Yes.
Don't put the same name over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Yes.
So this is a documented. Similarly, this is also should never ever change. In a layman language, what I suggest is, right, don't change the left side things.
Okay.
Change whatever you want in the right side things.
Okay.
Okay. You should never ever change this one. This is a documented. This is also like definition. You can put it as definition. Okay. This is also like definition. Don't put even full stops, capital Z. No, it will never understand. Never ever change these left side things. In simple way, never ever change these white color things. Okay.
Yeah, these are standard names from
Exactly.
Terraform.
Okay. Exactly. So now what I'm doing is, so now it is done, right? So how to destroy?
Terraform destroy we can give.
I'm using this command -auto - approve because it will not ask. I did not done a spelling mistake.
Yeah.
And Shekhar, you have to showcase this to me tomorrow.
Yeah, bro.
See, these many things are automatically taken by default.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not saying to put each and everything. Whatever you feel that you want to put, you can put it.
Okay.
Okay, it's destroyed. We'll go see it's under progress for destroying. We'll go to the console and we'll see. Refresh. So it's shutting down.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. So coming back to the slide.
Bro, here in this doubt, bro, you have written the first script now. So what are the minimum while writing the script that might be a space indentations? You said spellings. What type of syntax mistakes we shouldn't do?
You mean here? Where
In
exactly?
script, yeah. In script, yes. How the space indentations followed?
See, the first and foremost thing is like in the right side, whatever you write, that should be in the double quotes. That's
Okay.
it. That's the only indentation. That's it.
Okay. This open closed brackets concept, bro.
This open closed bracket is for one resource, it will be like one only. See, it starts
Okay.
with here, it
Okay.
ends with here, and this is like a tag. If you are not giving this tag also, no problem. It will create
Okay.
an EC2 instance with a no name. That's it.
Okay, because see in top provider AWS, there we are using one open and one closer.
Yes.
And here in for AWS instance, there is one open and close. Inside for tags, we are again using. So how we will take this one?
Okay, I'll say you. See, if
Okay.
you remove this tag also, if you delete this one also, it's not a problem at all. You know. Okay, we'll do one thing. For
Okay.
every service, whatever you write, that should start and end.
Okay. Okay.
You remember like that. See, let's
Yes.
say in down the line, we'll be writing, maybe in the coming classes, we'll be writing new services like EBS volumes, S3 buckets, VPCs. Okay. At the time, we'll be writing a separate. See, that's the reason for better understanding. I'll always use a comment over here. See here.
Yes. Yes.
I'll use it as first EC2 instance. Even that is for your understanding. If I want to go for creating another one at the starting stage, okay, I'll put it as like this, creating the EBS volume, just for your understanding actually.
Yes. Yes.
So every service has their own brackets. Never ever put the starting bracket from here to end. And like, once, see, my personal suggestion I would like to say is like, don't write the code right away over here.
Okay.
Okay, maintain a VS code or any editor which you feel a flexibility.
Okay.
See, let's say you put it here. Let's say I copied this entire code. Okay. If you use a VS code, let's say example, it clearly showcases where exactly the bracket started, where exactly the bracket closed. So it is showcasing some difference, right? And you'll get to know, even if you add more plugins in the VS code, it will even showcase the colors also. Depends upon your need, man. See, let's say if I use the same script, same format, in the new, in Notepad++. See, if I put here, see, it will put as a red color. It will say as like where it started, where it ended.
Yes.
Indentations and everything. So it's purely engineer's choice to use which type of editing tool, whether use Notepad++ or VS Code, or you want to put it directly in the instance. That's purely your wish.
Okay.
But here it will showcase like clearly saying that where it started, where it ended, with red color. Okay. And similarly in VS Code also, if you download a few plugins for showcasing the color, it will also showcase similar to like Notepad++.
Okay, which one you will suggest, bro? VS or Notepad++?
I suggest VS and even Notepad++ also.
Okay.
I suggest both.
Here we can check the syntax errors, like debug this one, right? Run.
Exactly. See, now you can over here, let's say like if you want to run, you can put it as a new terminal, you can run it right away over here. Like it is like a nice compatibility. So you can write the code here and execute here.
But here now this terminal is showing our base machine, right?
This is my laptop.
Okay. From here,
if you
can
want,
we?
Yeah, we can connect there. See, what we have to do is like, just go to the git bash and like, in my this thing, you have to hit this one in your local machine, AWS CLI software that needs to be installed.
Okay. From here to login, we can't do it. We need to install AWS CLI and do it, or else we can connect.
That's it.
Okay.
Just install AWS CLI and then you just start using the AWS configure.
Okay.
Spelling mistake. AWS configure. See, I already have a few things in from my office setup actually. So that's the reason I use the individual instance.
Okay.
That's what. And after connecting it, you want to confirm it, like whether is it really connected to the AWS cloud or not. My best suggestion is like, create a bucket in S3 and use this command for knowing it, whether really my credentials are connected to the machine or see, it displays the bucket details.
Yes, yes,
Just for your reference, actually. Okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah, rather than hitting, let's say the reason why I'm saying is, see, I simultaneously operate Office AWS and even my personal AWS. If I by mistake, if I have not changed the credential keys, it might affect my Office setup, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's the reason every time when I'm hitting in my local machine, no, I used to hit this command every time, because I
Okay,
know in my personal account what are the buckets are there and what are the buckets are there in my Office account, so that in with respect to that I can identify.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
So coming back to the slide, so we have just gone through it. So we just created a EC2 from the console, and even we have created that from the CLI part, right?
Yes, bro.
Oh, one more important. Now the most important part over here is a state file. Okay, let me in the meanwhile, let me what do you call this?
Bro, one doubt, bro. In real time, if you are as a cloud engineer, your role,
Yeah.
You will be get access to console. So how you will be working from command line or console?
Totally from console, as I said yesterday, right?
From console or command line?
Command line, command line. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. For any service.
Any service we have to write a scripting using Terraform. See, that's what I said yesterday, right? There is a
Yeah.
saying.
Okay.
Once you're done with the Terraform, never ever touch the console. You can use the console only for your viewing purpose. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Not only Terraform, bro. Individually to work with cloud also will prefer command line.
Exactly. That is the best recommended way.
Okay.
Okay. See, I deployed the same service again to showcase the state file. Okay. When you hit ls, see, there are two files created.
Okay.
See, what happens is, yeah, what happens is, like, now I'll open this one. Okay. Okay. So, see, you can see all the information what we have deployed. See, now we have written a service called EC2 that we have deployed in our AWS console, correct?
Yes.
Now, all this information, you can view it from here.
So whatever it's deployed.
Exactly.
Including
it will be your,
defaults.
exactly, everything, all thing will be in the JSON format. Okay. I'll show you. This is a dangerous file, actually. See, I'll show you the drawbacks. I mean, not drawbacks. I'll show you the importance of this file. See, let's say I've moved this file and both the files over here. Okay. See, when I hit ls, there is no Terraform state and there is nothing is there, correct?
Okay.
So now what I have done is I have moved these two files into the another directory.
Yes.
So now what I want to do is I want to do destroy. Will it works or not?
Terraform destroy.
Yeah.
We already did the destroy, no? So
again I applied it, right? Again I applied it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it will work.
Okay, let's see. Is it worked?
No.
Why?
Because it don't have the configuration what it has to destroy.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. This Terraform TS state file is very, very important and dangerous. See,
Bro,
now let's say
one thing, can you go up the same screen? Can you slowly up?
Up. What do you mean by up?
Up in the sense this line. Yeah, slowly.
Okay.
Okay. Where you have given the Terraform apply, just to go up small. Okay. Okay. This one after destroying, you have given apply, right?
Yes. Again, yeah.
So after that, we have listed and we have found two files. One is that state and one is some dot backup file.
Yes.
And we have moved both of them and then try destroy.
So what happens now again when you do that? It is saying 0 destroyed.
Yes.
So just think in layman example. You have deployed, let's say like now you have only one service. In the real world, think that you have 10, 15 services.
Yes.
And you
yes.
lost TRF state file.
Okay.
Now how do you do?
We'll
Now how
apply
you'll destroy?
we'll apply Terraform again, and then we'll
Okay.
get the
Okay.
state file. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that as well. What it is saying?
0 to change, 0 to destroy, 1 to add. It's creating, no?
It's creating new again.
Yes, it's creating new again. Yeah.
Then how about the old one?
We
creating
can't get
again new thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. It's creating new
If
one.
you hit ls, the new configuration you can see over here.
Yes.
Now how about the old one then? We have already created one instance, right? I need to destroy that one now.
Okay.
You got the point, right?
Yes. I got the point.
So that's the reason, like I'm saying now, see, let's destroy now this one.
Okay.
That's the reason now I'm saying is terraform.tf state file is most important. If you misuse that, or if you edit that file knowingly or unknowingly, or even we or even some other engineers, if the people have edited even a dot, put some dot in the terraform.tf state file, it will not work.
Okay.
Put some space inside the terraform.tf state, it will not work.
Okay.
Change the name of the file, it will not work.
Okay.
That is the reason I'm saying that here the concept called comes under is pragmatism.
Okay.
It means that they have designed that
securely.
now yes, exactly. So now what we have in our hand is we have deployed our infrastructure there, correct?
Yes.
Now all those details are there in the Terraform TF state file, right?
Yes.
That we have to secure it.
Yes.
If you misuse to secure that, then we are lost.
Okay.
Now we have only one service. We can, if you want to delete it, we'll go to the concern, we can delete it. Let's say in the real world, you'll be having 10 to 15 services.
Yes.
Then are you going to start going each and everything and deleting it? No, right?
No.
Then
so we need to secure, like no one should move it,
exactly,
rename.
Exactly. So what we will do is now we do not, okay, now I'm getting that back file. Okay, now we have that, I put it over here, right?
Yes. root/day2.
Okay, I put it back over here, right?
Yes,
now
yes,
I'll hit
yes.
destroy.
After giving destroy, can we try Terraform apply, bro?
It will create new again.
But we didn't change any main.tf, no?
See, after destroying it, see, what's the meaning of destroy? It cleans
Okay,
everything
okay,
in the
yeah,
console.
right. Okay, before going for destroy, if you give Terraform apply again with the same configuration?
Yeah, we'll do that as well. You'll get to know. Yeah.
Okay. And what about this .tf.backup file? It
Yes,
is also
I'll be saying,
get
I'll be
created.
saying
Okay.
I'll be saying that. Let's create okay. This until destroy it. Okay, let's back to the slide. I'll say you. So previously I showcased, right, what is the importance of state file and how the state file looks like, and what are the content. The state file, like it has all the details in a JSON format, and it has everything. Okay, and if you go, so for the EC2, the state file looks this way, and similarly for Azure, the state files look the same. There is no change.
Okay.
Got it? There is no change. Okay. And another important one I would like to showcase this one is, so as we are engineer, this is like a theoretical definition, Shaker. We have to know what is the difference between a current state and desired state. That's it. It's just a theoretical definition. What is that is like,
Okay.
when you read this one, current state means, let's say on the AWS console, there is already some services are there.
Yes.
Desired state is you have written the script. It's there in your local now. You're about to apply that Terraform apply.
Okay.
So this is the difference. Current state means existing services which is lying on the AWS console. Desired state is which you are about to apply the new services.
Okay. Existing infrastructure setup is current state.
Correct. Yes.
Whatever we are going to deploy the new changes is desired. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. This is like it's just a theoretical definition. Like
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
read up
Okay.
just to knowing it, because the reason is like, they'll be asking in interviews. That's the reason I want to put this point in the slide actually. Okay. The same thing, it was there here in the written documentation. You can read it. Okay. Okay. Let's see whether that has been destroyed. Yeah, it's destroyed.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going back to that. We have another important one now. Attributes. Okay, I have 8 minutes. Okay. Attributes. What do you call it? Shaker, this is one of the most important topic. It's a very small one, but important. Attributes. What do you mean by an attribute? Okay, let's go back to your definition over here. I already opened it, right? Yeah. What do you mean by an attribute is, for every instance, if you go down in the documentation, see, this is argument reference. Whenever you see arguments, it means that I pinged you something in the chat, right? Previously.
Yes.
See, I pinged you something in the chat. It starts with AMI, ARN, associate public. See, all these details over there here.
Okay.
You got the point?
Yeah, this is the optional one which we need to use. Yeah.
Exactly. All these things will be exist over here.
If
okay,
you
got the
want,
point?
we can, yeah, if you want, we
Yes.
can make use of the standard naming convention.
Exactly. But as I say, I'm repeating again, never ever change the left side column.
Okay.
Okay. Now coming to the what do you call attribute. So its most important attribute is, there is a column called attribute references. Okay. You can see all these things similarly, how we have seen for the argument.
Okay.
Similarly, attribute also you'll be seeing it. I'll be saying the importance of this thing with an example. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going back to my main command. Okay.
Okay.
So when we will be writing the attribute and how we have to write the attribute is what I'm showcasing now. Okay.
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 So one more doubt I forgot to ask. Sorry, it may be a
Yeah.
small doubt. The space indentation for first line and second line, is there any strictly, or else we should follow the same space?
Which one?
First line. The resource is the first line. It starts with R, right? Second line, AMI, A is the first word.
Simply like give 2 spaces. That's it's not a big deal at all. It's not a big deal. But there should be some space in between this one, just for identifying, saying that this is resource and these are the argument references for the resources.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, when I'm writing, you'll get to know what is this. I'll use your name. Okay. So the main intention of using the attribute is like a question for you, Shaker.
Okay.
Now EC2 instance has been deployed.
Okay.
I want to know the IP address, or else I want to know the instance ID. For every EC2 instance, there will be ID created, right?
Yes.
I want to view that. How it is possible?
In state file, we can get it.
Okay. In the real world, state file will be not there in your hand. It will be
Okay.
storing in some other place, right?
Yes.
Now
yes.
you can, yes, your point is good one. If you
Okay.
want to view all the details of those things, we can
Yes.
view it in the state file. But in the
Yes.
real world, state file will not be there in your local machine. It will be saying somewhere, and that
Okay.
somewhere maybe you do not have an access.
Okay. Okay.
So how can we get those?
In console we can see, but maybe
Let's say like you don't have an
yeah.
access to the console.
Okay.
Okay. In this situation, the point comes into the picture is we have to use an attribute.
Okay.
For knowing those details, that is point number one. Point number two is, let's say the output of this one, let's say for this one ID, instance ID will be generated. And let's say that we have to use this instance ID for the other one. I mean to say for some other service. I mean to say that output of this EC2 instance will be input to the other service.
Okay.
Got the point?
Okay.
So in those cases, we will be using attributes. Okay.
Okay.
How we will be writing, I'll show you now. See, AWS. See, how we'll be writing is, see, we have to write the resource name. Oh, sorry, spelling mistake. Resource name dot custom resource
Okay.
dot what you want. Now, here is the point here. What do you want? So, okay, let's say I want instance ID to be displayed.
Yes.
Use ID. How we will get to know that what are the things will be available over here?
In the
How we'll get to know that?
documentation attributes.
Exactly. Yes. See, in the attributes, if you want to view the ARM, if you want to view the this one, if you want to do this one, see, if you want to view the DNS name, if you want to view the tags, if I want to view the volume ID, if I want to view anything, if I want to view the instance, anything that we can get it from that. See, let's an example. I'll use ID.
Okay.
Save it. I'm hitting. I'm not hitting plan, validate, and everything because I already gone through that.
Yeah. Okay.
But please don't do every time when you're changing. Please use follow the process like init plan. I mean, init already, right? Yeah, that. See what it is saying in the plan. It is saying known only after the apply. See, once the instance is created, it will be displayed over here.
Okay.
So I repeat, attribute is thus for two things. One is we can view on the screen of the information of the particular resources.
Yeah.
Second one is we can pass the output of this thing to the other to the input. Let's say for some reason in the down the line you'll get to know that. Okay. See now, after creating it, see I have displayed what do you call this one? This has been displayed. Instance ID has been displayed over here. So now no need to go and check over there, right?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So what I'll do is now, I'll go here. I'll use ARM. Let's see. It's already applied. You asked me the same question, right? I want to apply the same again.
Okay.
Spelling mistake again. Man, my meeting started. That's okay. See what it is saying?
0 added, 0 changed.
Because
0
already
destroyed.
changed. And here you can see here. See, this is your ARN number.
ARN number. Okay.
You got the point?
Okay. So with the same thing, you give Terraform apply, bro. No, not changing anything. Yeah.
Okay. It will not do anything because it's already exists, right?
Yes.
That's it. See, 0 added, 0 changed, 0 destroyed.
Okay.
So you got the point, right? What do you mean by an attribute and everything? The same thing which I showcase in the document, right? ARN capacity, same thing over here. Try with all these things. You'll get to know.
Okay.
And that's it for the day. And do you have any questions?
Like if Terraform plan will throws any error, I heard the Terraform state file will get locked.
I'll say you.
Okay.
Terraform state file will be it comes to the existence only when you hit Terraform apply.
Yeah, if it is an error, the Terraform skipped and still we go for apply, the Terraform state file will get locked like that. I heard.
Yes,
How
yes, yeah. I'll say that. I'll say you that. I'll say you that in the coming sessions you'll get to know that. The question what you are asking is like, you know, maybe that will be like maybe after 5 or 6 classes, because that is the depth one.
Okay.
Okay, that's the reason. So now, like, you got this right in the day 2 of the class, like what we have covered and everything. And I think that you have to do a homework checker from your end for understanding of this one. Like I said, you right. Try with the different attributes. Okay. And try it with the I pinged you something in the chat, right? Try it with all the argument references.
Okay, bro.
Okay,
Can I get this PPTs day 1, day 2, bro? Because it is a definition kind of documentation, right? Anyway, I'm not able to get these videos as well.
Actually, should not be shared, practically speaking. If you want anything that needs to be there, you can take it, man. Come on, man, you can take it from this recording. I should not say all these things.
Oh, come on. Okay, bro. Done.
Okay, so you got the point, right? And if you have anything, like you can shoot out in the what do you call in the chat, like, you know.
Okay, bro. Done. Thanks.
Okay, chalo, man. Chalo,
Yeah,
see you tomorrow. Done with the day 2.
Okay, bro. If it is
Bye-bye.
an early class tomorrow, just ping me, bro.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. If it is an early, it will be like only 5 to 10 minutes before. That's it. I'll be pinging you. Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Bye-bye.